Hey guys, let's talk about sorting in Pandas DataFrames. Again, Pandas comes with already existing functions to do sorting. If we do we're still using the same data frame. I've prepared another one that we'll have a look at in a couple of minutes. If I do my data frame dot, we can have a look at this sort function. Shift enter to view the documentation, and what it says here is it sorts data frame either by labels along either axis or by values in the columns, but we notice sort is deprecated, so we're going to have to use another function. If we do have a look at sort values, I think this is the one that's currently recommended in the current version that I'm using. Have a look at documentation, sort values by sort the values along either axis, so either by columns or by rows. We'll have a look at sorting by rows. We can have the options. We can sort by, so we can choose one or more elements to sort by. We can choose the axis, either rows or columns. The default is sorting the rows. We can have it either ascending or descending, so by default it's ascending order. We can do it in place, which means it will change the actual data frame we're using instead of creating a new data frame. And also we can use the algorithm using quick sort, and this is NA position to deal with values that are missing, so NA values, not a number of values. If we go to the bottom, it says it actually returns a sorted object, a data frame object that is sorted, right? So let's have a look at sort values. We said we can say by, and by default it sort the rows. So let's say sort by column 1, and it's ascending by default. So it's ascending by default. Notice the row order now changes. In fact, we can sort by more than one. So I can say sort by column 1 and then let's say column 4, and we can see the results. So sort by column 1 and then by column 4. These are numerical values. We wanted to have a look at textual values. I have a simple data frame here that I'm using. I'm creating out of a dictionary. So we're learning two things at the same time here, that we can use dictionaries to create data frames. This is a Python dictionary, key value pairs. So I have a key value first name. It has 5 first names: Nuruddin, Joseph, Mike, Ali, and Luke. Last name is Sadawi Baker. Joseph Baker, by the way, is a real person. He's my friend. Mike Brooks, Ali Shah, and Luke Brown. Let's say, just specify some years, 2015, 2009, so on and so forth, and then give them some scores. Of course, I've given myself the highest score, 422, 322, 233, 223, 401. And now we can create a data frame out of that dictionary, and then specify index values. I'm giving the index values here as cities, like I'm from Tripoli, Joseph lives in Birmingham, let's say Mike is in London, Ali is in Islamabad, and Luke is in New York. Let's create it and see what it looks like. I should just say df equals da da da, and then now this is what the data frame looks like. Again, just to repeat, we can access the values as we learned before via labels and via indices and so on and so forth, right? So let's try and sort now by the last name. So we've seen numerical values. These are textual values. These are strings. We can sort by last name. And then I say ascending equals 1. I think we saw by default it's ascending by default. Ascending equals true. I can say ascending equals false, and it will be descending. Shift enter, and it will sort by last name, and it will be in descending order. So the highest and then the lowest, the lowest, the lowest to the lowest. This is in descending order. If I leave it by default, it's true. I don't have to do that. So by default, it's true. So it will be in ascending order. Joseph Baker will come first. Okay. Another thing is, like we mentioned before, we can sort by one value or one column, then the next one. So we can do that, sort by last name and then the score, and then we can get the results as you can notice here, right? I hope that makes sense. It's quite easy to use. Already existing functions. The version I'm using there is the sort function that we spoke about, which is deprecated. It's no longer recommended, no longer used, and it says here use method sort DataFrame.sort value, so the one that we have used. I hope it makes sense. Quite easy again. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.